Hello everyone and welcome back to Quasas Gaming. Today we are going to take a look at Monumental Failure. This fun physics puzzle game for scary wizard games is available on Steam for €9.99. So what's the game about? It's about building monuments in a historically accurate way. Or perhaps not. Actually, you're building the monuments in a very historically inaccurate way. The game is deliberately created in such a way that each of the ways you're making these monuments feels more and more ridiculous over time. The game provides you with 60 unique levels in 6 different worlds, each world constituting a different monument from a different civilization needed to be built in 10 steps, and each of these steps is considered one level. The mechanics of the game are pretty simple themselves. In each level you are given a part of a monument and you need to get it into the proper position using 2 teams of people. What is the most interesting mechanic of the game is that you need to use different controls for each of these teams. One is controlled by the VASTA keys and one by the cursor key. This is also very well used in co-op multiplayer where you need to do the same, but each of the players controls one of the teams and you actually need to think about what the other person will do. Otherwise, you will never get the monuments to their position, especially in the later levels where there are moving obstacles in your way. Since the game supports co-op, I had to try that out as well. So I co-opted my girlfriend to do that with me. We set up the game both on my desktop and on my notebook. So we were playing in the same room, and that probably helped our cooperation quite a bit because we didn't have any lag time between us that would usually be there if you tried to talk with someone over the internet. And I gotta say, we had fun. We actually had worse results than when I was building the monuments myself, but that was actually part of the fun, as we giggled on how the pharaoh won't be that happy with his pyramid, or how the people in the town might have to drink something different because our aqueduct totally won't bring them any water at all. The graphics of the game are very simple as well, yet they manage to convey a very nice cheerful style. This takes the general atmosphere of the game, which is already somewhat ridiculous thanks to how exactly you need to build these monuments, to an even more pleasantly ridiculous level. What I do wish about the graphics is that there would be a little bit more detail to the world around. I can understand why there really isn't anything around Stonehenge, but I'm certain there should be at least a few buildings around the Colosseum or the pyramids. What I really do like is the music of the game. Each world has a different soundtrack somewhat inspired by the culture that originally built the monument you are currently building. All of it is soft and gentle music. It's very soothing. In conclusion, a fun and somewhat entertaining game, good for a situation where you want just to chill for a few hours and relax, since that is exactly what it offers and then very nicely provides. The issue I have with it is that it's really short, and you will most likely finish it in a matter of few hours unless you're a real completionist and want to get all the stars on all the levels. But I can certainly imagine more monuments being added later on as DLC. Whether those would be a good deal depends on how those would be priced. This game is relatively high priced, and it makes it a hard thing to recommend unless you really like physics-based puzzle games. Well, that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please consider liking it and subscribing. And if you didn't, well, then dislike it. See you all later with more gaming content.